What's up, guys? Getting the stream started here. We're playing some Painkiller today. Super excited. We'll be playing this game. I haven't played this game for so long, but this is a new game that just came out. So I'm excited to play it and to get excited about it. I'm just gonna be playing it all day as much as I can. I'm going to be telling like a lot of stories about me playing Painkiller back in the day. I'm sure you have a lot of questions when I won the $1 million World Tour and all that fun stuff. But competing in this game and winning the $1 million World Tour in 2005 was the pinnacle of my career. It was the 12th World Championship I won in a 5th different game. And so for me, it was a lot of fun. It was the most purest moment of playing like 1v1 deathmatch. I missed it immensely. I wish I could have played Painkiller or Quake forever. But you know, the esports world has changed a lot over the years. But this is the OG game that I thought was the last real battle of just the best players in the world playing a game that was insanely fast, insanely skilled, and it was just amazing to compete and travel around the world into 11 different countries I think we traveled to that year just to play Painkiller. And to play every month against the best players in the world was just something that we were craving forever in Quake. We were craving for more tournaments and bigger tournaments all the time. And Painkiller was the game that was chosen by the Cyber Athlete Professional League in 2005 to be the game that we were going to travel around the world and play 1v1 deathmatch. And so I always have a big love for Painkiller. Didn't really know I was going to play Painkiller until they announced that was the game. And then obviously coming from basically I didn't know anything about the game. There's a lot of people that already playing the game. There was a guy named Vu. Vu was he was the #1 player in the world at Painkiller for a long time. And he was extremely dominant, had a great movement speed. He was a great competitor, loved winning, and so him and I clashed a lot throughout the World Tour. But it was a lot of fun to play against all the players from all around the world. There's also Sturmy from Italy, who was a top contender. Wombat, who's an old school Quake player, who was an amazing Quake 3 dueler, also beat me in my very first pro tournament in 1999. Wombat and I go way back to when we were like teenagers playing online together. And there's so many more people that are part of the Painkiller world, like the people that came and played in this game. We're just like a bunch of OGs to some degree that really love playing Quake. I think more players should have came over and played Painkiller more. There were some key people that I thought were very talented at Quake that should have easily hopped over to Painkiller, but maybe just that in their life during that time they just weren't ready to play or whatnot. But it was the biggest tournament in esports history. It was a $1 million World Tour up for grabs for the best deathmatch dueler in the world. And so for me, I was extremely excited about it. Been waiting for this moment my whole life to play Painkiller, and obviously going on to win the World Tour in 2005 was just the highest moment of my life. I was super excited, super happy, and loved playing it, and just loved getting better at it too every day. Every day was a different day, and learning the nuances about the game and all of that. It was just a lot of fun. And so hopefully we'll be able to share some of the stories with you here on the stream. Feel free to ask questions and engage as much as you like. I'm starting the stream kind of early because I have a lot to do today, and then I'm actually playing ice hockey tonight, so I'm just always trying to stay in shape. If anyone knows me, when I played my whole professional career, I ran 2-3 miles every day, and even today when I live stream or play Pacific games, I really try to stay healthy and all that good stuff. So really excited about going to work out later today. But we will get into the game here shortly, but I wanted to give you guys a chance to say hi and all that good stuff. But yeah, Painkiller is going to be it's going to be fun. The game is from what I've seen already of Painkiller, the game, is that it's gruesome. It has like those Doom vibes, and it is like Tim Willits and Todd Hollistead, who were a part of the original id Software team, are the ones behind this game. So kind of crazy to see the Quake developers also move over to Painkiller. It's kind of really just wild that happened. I don't know if that was planned or not, but it's just kind of remarkable that me as a professional gamer had to make a move to Painkiller because Painkiller was the highest paying esports dual game in the world in 2005. And so if you wanted to make a lot of money playing video games, you play Painkiller. I mean, that was the #1 esports game to play that year. And then, so I'm just like, when Todd and Tim were going to work on Painkiller, I was like, wow, that's fascinating. I was super excited. I was like, wow, what are the chances? And then basically I wanted to play the game, of course. So here we are playing the game today. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we'll see how this goes. But really excited to see you guys all come in to watch this stream. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll get into gameplay here, and we'll start kind of going through the vibes together. What's up, Musher? How you doing, man? This is Painkiller. That's what you're hearing. If you guys like, I could put on my headphones if you guys think that it's required. But if you feel like the sound and audio and everything is perfect, I will continue. I appreciate everyone that came by the stream today already. We're already just went live, and so we will be going through this campaign, playing this. Shadowlurk's definitely not taking a break from BF6, but this game just came out, so I'm going to be playing this game for a little bit. From what I understand, it's just a single-player campaign game, or maybe there's some co-op stuff going on. So I don't really know the entirety of the game, but from what I know, it's not a multiplayer game. So I'm just playing kind of the OG version of Painkiller. If you ever played the original Painkiller, the single player was awesome. It was like deadly, gruesome, wild. The guns were nuts, and so I'm trying to have that same vibe playing this game. So this is going to be a single-player experience, most likely, and that'll be it. Go ahead and play. Let's get in the game. We gaming. Alright. I thought I already changed my settings. I use inverted mouse, as you all know. You weren't my first pick either. Alright, so let's hear prologue. Here we go. You gotta know why we're here.
Beyond the mortal realm, Purgatory is stricken by a demon infestation. The fallen angel Azazel builds a demonic army from marred human souls. Rising from slumber are his monstrous nephew, they who will lead the army to raise the earth. Yet a team of unlikely mortals are charged with a holy mission to stop Azazel. You are one of them. I am the Archangel Metatron, the scribe of mankind and the voice of the Creator. I won't ask who you are because it doesn't matter. Hurry along now.
Where am I?
Purgatory. We're currently experiencing a demonic infestation. Care to help?
Listen, pal, I can barely remember who I am right now. But if it's demon killing you want, I'm in.
Good. Because that wasn't a choice.
Okay, here we go, guys. You guys ready? Bullet time? I don't know what bullet time is.
On my marker! I am loyal only to the Holy Scripture, not a twisted harpy like you.
Normally, I'd have a banquet cherry upholstered with your skin. But I'll tolerate your ignorance for now. If it means I'll be free of this ugly cage.
Proceed to the bastion of redemption.
Is he speaking to
Oh, it's talking about Max Payne. Yeah. This game's gonna be pretty wild. I know, like, the slaying of all the monsters is gonna be pretty wild. I can change the audio 1 second. How's that sound? Is that better? All good? Zamji knows what's up, man. No sound now? Alright, let me fix it. See if I can fix it one more time. I'll try to get this fixed for you guys. 1 second. Alright. Not sure why it's not giving the audio. 1 second. You guys should hear me okay, right? I'm using Streamlabs. It's usually worked perfectly fine, but not sure what the deal is right now. I recently was traveling to Kansas City, so I was playing on my brother's setup. Now I'm coming back home to play on my setup. I did see that there's an update. I did update my software, which was probably a mistake. What's up, Lens? How you doing, man? Testing 1, 2, 3. There is a big audio problem though. No, don't have any. No, 8-bit long gone. Long gone. Let's see here. Let me go borderless for right now. Until I figure out what the audio problem is. What's up, SL4L? How you doing, man? Let me know when you guys hear the game audio. You got it? Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. I feel like my voice is coming over twice. Is that possible? Yeah, there's an echo. This might fix it. Is this fixing it? Yeah. Okay. That's what I figured. All right, you guys ready to get back in the game? Here we go. I'm gonna make it full screen. How you guys all doing today? You guys are up early, huh? Where are y'all from? Where's everybody from? Here we go. Netherlands, oh nice. Sacramento, what's up? Oh, you're from Rome? Oh, nice, man. I've been to Rome, I've been to the Colosseum. I had to go, man. It was just like, I was like, I have to go to the Colosseum. You know, I think as an American, as a competitor, like the Coliseum is like, in my mind, I had to go visit. I actually went to Sicily, Italy, in Syracuse about a month ago. Oh, you're in Spain?
Nice. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Ready for some hockey tonight? Spooky from Poland, nice. I've been to Poland a few times. I actually played Painkiller in Poland. You know this game was actually made by a Polish developer? The original Painkiller was made by a Polish game company. I think it's called People Can Fly. I think they're based out of Poland. Have I visited the Roman Forum? When I was in Rome, I went to the Colosseum and then I went walking around that area to like all the old columns and stuff. Maybe that was the forum that I went to. You're having a Battlefield party, Ryan? I'm definitely in. Let's do it. Yeah. There's no double jump. There's really fast sprinting, like it's like very like Doom. I said, the whole dashing, like the same mechanic as the Doom. This is a brand new game, just came out today. It wants me to punch it. It's a trap. Escape the canal. Oh, look at that. What gun is that, huh?
A true demon-slaying weapon.
Oh, this is a stake gun? Oh my gosh. Dude, the stake gun was the most craziest gun ever. The stake gun was so sick. You could stake him and it. Oh my god. Get out of here. Stake gun was sick. This gun would do 200 damage in Painkiller. So literally, if you're running out with like 100 health, 100 armor, you could literally die with one stake in the game. It was equivalent of like an interception in football, like a turnover. Like when you're playing 1v1 with the guy and you're like bouncing around, you'd be like just running by like super fast, and you go bang and just hit him for 200 damage and like flying by and getting away. And then you're like, oh, well, he only has 50 health left and I have 250, so I'm gonna now engage even stronger now. So that's how good the stake gun was back in those days. Also, if you shot from farther away, I'm not sure if it still works in this game, but it would basically turn on fire. This one didn't turn on fire. So when you shot it, it would literally like halfway through, it would like catch fire. And so they had these like, so you throw these grenades. That's the same as it was in 1v1, but you could also like, you could shoot that and then you could stake through it. But you only get so much. You get like three ammo slots, or 3 ammo looks like. But apparently you can't. Usually, like your stake would catch the grenade and then it would fly and then it would do like a 300+ damage explosion wherever it landed. So it could literally like one tap people in the game. Yeah, there's no multiplayer. I would love if there was multiplayer in this game. We need we need like 1v1 deathmatch back in the games. Just miss like that whole like just arena style of fighting. What's this? What are these little guys? I found the exit.
Where in the blazes am I? Hell itself.
Welcome to Purgatory, pal. Hope you like killing demons.
Oh, I do. I'm just not much good at it. That's what got me here in the first place.
Okay. I did not play the demo of this game. This is my first time ever playing the game. I saw that there was a demo out and so forth, but I just decided to wait to play the game officially for the first time with you guys. I didn't want to spoil the fun that we could possibly have playing the game. If there's no multiplayer in game or PvP, I'm usually not playing it. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way usually, but you know, obviously like whenever Doom comes out, I want to play Doom, but like even this last Doom, I was like, okay, I don't know. But Painkiller, like, I mean, it's been 20 years since this game came out, and like also I have a lot of like history with Painkiller, so I'm definitely like more engaged to like Painkiller in general because it was such a big moment in my life. I won some Doom tournaments, like I won the $25,000 Doom inaugural championship at QuakeCon back in like 2004. But I didn't play Doom that long competitively because it was just like not a whole lot of tournaments for it. There was like just that one big tournament and I won it, and then after that Painkiller came out, and then you could go win $1 million world tour. So it was kind of like a no-brainer to just, you know, go to Painkiller. This game has co-op play with in-game voice chat. Yeah, it would be fun to play with someone. Maybe if I get some of my friends to hop on one night, we'll do a co-op session or whatnot. Yeah, I was actually looking forward to doing more for this game, but you know, here we are. I did this mostly before one of the Todd Hollandstead is he's one of the guys who worked on this project, so I was talking to him about working on the game for a while, so I was very excited about playing the game just because of his involvement. And obviously Tim Willits too, so it was kind of like, oh, this is a perfect fit to come back and play this game. There's so much to talk about, you know. It's just like there's you know, just the whole voyage of like playing id Software games since the 90s till today, playing a game that, you know, Todd and Tim came over to make this game. So there's like it's over 30 years of gaming with id Software games and obviously Painkiller now. Well, back in the day we had ball mice, so we didn't have optical mice to like precisely aim on people. Like if you moved it too fast, it would maybe the ball would slip in your mouse and so forth. This is like very like nostalgic, but like ball mice were, you really had to like pan it over to your target to make sure the ball didn't slip. And you could only move so fast to get your crosshair where you wanted to, or else it could slip and then you're just playing around with like correcting all the time. You got the Everglide. There was some other surfaces that are really good for handling it, but like for me, I always like cloth mouse pads because of longevity of just my wrist. Like if I play on a hard mouse pad or hard surface or don't have my arm properly on the mouse pad for long sessions, I'll get wrist injuries for sure. You know the funny thing I used to do, so with the cloth mouse pad, so with the ball mice, I would literally do like little mini circles to make sure, like, I would clean. What I would do first, I would actually professionally, I would unscrew my Logitech Wingman gaming mouse. I would unscrew it. I would pull off the plastic. I would get to the plastic parts of where the plastic touches the ball, and I would clean it with, like, clean it best I can. I'd have like peroxide and like Q-tips Q-tips, and I would just clean it like crazy. I was like nuts about making sure it's perfect, and then I would put it all back together. It would be like brand new, balls clean, like the rollers, everything's like mint. And then I'd go over to my mouse pad, and I would do like little mini circles, and I would do it each way. I go that way, and then I go this way. I do clockwise and counterclockwise, and try to get I would do it for like a minute, just trying to get like the ball like evenly balled up with the cloth material that is like naturally just like coming off the cloth mouse pad, and so I would get the ball like all dialed in, and then like I could move faster and like flick faster, and I had like just a better overall experience. So like when you're tracking someone with the lightning gun, it was like really possible to make minor movements without like skipping over a piece of dirt on your roller. It was that wild back then. It was that wild. RBX Hunter, what's up, man? Hear this out. In my last tournament, I played Quake 2 in a local of 2,000 people hosted by 16 games. Man, we didn't even had Crosshair back then. You guys weren't using Crosshair? You didn't know that was an option? There was definitely a Crosshair in Quake 2, man. There was Crosshair in Quake 1. There was mouse look in Quake 1. Mouse look actually started in Quake 1. The first time we ever had mouse look was in Quake 1. I remember typing +M look in the console, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, I can look up and down and shoot where I want to shoot. Oh my gosh, I don't have to rely on this auto aim thing. It's amazing. Nix's, yeah, it was wild back then with the mice. I mean, like I was traveling to Australia, Germany, South Korea, Sweden. I would travel all around the world with my ball mouse because we didn't have optical mice yet. So I had to like constantly clean it all the time. It was like a big deal. Xenogenic. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, man. What's up, dude? How you doing? What is a Logitech? What is a Logitech? Logitech gaming mouse? Logitech, they make peripherals. I'm sure you know Logitech. But I had the Logitech, so originally I had the Logitech Mouseman 95, which was like this white version of the Logitech Wingman. And the Mouseman 95 was a 3-button mouse, no scroll wheel. And I used that to play Quake 1 forever. It was the best mouse in Quake 1. And then later in Quake 1, they released Logitech Wingman gaming mouse, and the Wingman became my number one mouse. Actually, I skipped most of Quake 2 because I didn't have enough money to buy a graphics card back then. So I actually didn't play Quake 2 hardly at all. I just played Quake 1 from like 1996 till 1999. So I literally hopped from Quake 1 to Quake 3, like as a competitor. I played in Quake 2 tournaments for fun, like local like LAN parties, whatever. But like I didn't play Quake 2. Quake 1, I dominated at. I think I was undefeated for like 3 years locally in my region. And then Quake 3 came out, and then my friend told me I was really good at Quake 3, and then I went to a tournament, won a bunch of money, and then the rest is history. Just started the adventure of showing the world you can make a living playing video games. And I thought it was possible, and I showed the world it was. And now today, everyone's making money playing games. It's crazy. I press middle mouse button on Tombstone to tag it. You can tag, interact with objects, or you can activate the command wheel by holding to communicate with other players and give commands to bots. What? So I can mark it. Dude, it's actually inverted for the scroll thing. That's wild. So if I want to go down, I have to like I'm using inverted controls, and it's inverted on even on this. Wild. Follow me.
On my mark.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then
Here. On my marker. Open that gate, will you?
I can do that.
Thanks. I'm heading to the bastion.
Picture Gold Dolly swarming with demons. I'll scout ahead.
what mouse am I using right now? I actually went to a Lamzu mouse. I wanted to try it out. It has like 8,000 polling rate on it, so I wanted to try it out. It's super light. It is like crazy light. It's a wireless mouse, but I can show it to you real quick if you want to see it. So this is the one I'm using right now. That's the mouse. Both sides are like that. Yeah, it has a cool texture, right? But yeah, I've been using this because it has 8,000 polling rate. So I was talking to Rafa, if you guys know Rafa from Quake Live. He's a world champion in his own right, and he actually he got like a lifetime achievement award. I think it was last year that I was there, and Dehang actually presented him the lifetime achievement award, I believe, for Quake, for just being like, you know, an amazing Quake competitor. And Rafa's extremely talented. I've watched him play so many times at tournaments, and actually I got to hang out with Rafa just like maybe, gosh, it was maybe a month or two ago. I was just in Amsterdam for a wedding, and I was like, hey, Rafa and CZM, you guys want to meet up? So we actually met up in Brussels and hung out. But we were talking about gaming mice on this like trip the three of us went on to kind of like go hang out. I think I posted a photo of us somewhere on X. So if you follow me on X or Instagram, it's on there. Just follow me on, it's just Fatality, Fatal1TY. And so we were talking about mice, and he was like, I really like this 8,000 polling rate mouse. And so he said he'd use 4,000. He thinks 8,000 is a little too intense for most motherboards or whatnot. Back in the day, I would only use 500 hertz when I played like Painkiller. I used 500 hertz during that time, and I felt like that was the most consistent. When you went to certain motherboards, if you did 1,000 hertz, I used to read the hertz, and the hertz would bounce between 500 and 1,000, like alternate, bang, 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 500, 1,000, 500, 1,000, 500, 1,000. And so it wasn't consistent. And then eventually I was working on making motherboards, so I started like working with, at this time I think it was ASRock, and I was like, hey, can we create a Fatality mouse port? And this was to track, you know, the hertz of the mouse, but also make sure it's powerful enough to be consistently, we could run at 1,000 hertz without the fluctuation. And so that was one of the products I helped develop on my Fatality motherboard line that I used to work with. And so anyways, yeah, so we started talking about this, and they do 4,000 polling rate, and I have to say, it is, like, I had the Logitech G Pro wireless for a long time, and I think it's a great mouse. I like it plugged in more than not plugged in. It's just my personal preference of like, I like it plugged in more. I think it runs smoother and faster for the Logitech G Pro wireless line. That's just my personal opinion, but I just feel like I'm more connected somehow. It just it just feels like the mouse moves smoother and faster on the screen. Like I feel like I can notice it. And then this one, it's a 4,000 point rate. This thing is so fast off the jump to get to my target, so it's really good. A player named Sirius, who's also a Quake Champions Pro League player, he has insane aim, and he was also talking about this mouse. So I had a couple different sources tell me to check out this mouse, and so I've been playing with it for the time being. There is like some other things I need to do to like up my game, and that's mainly just getting like newer equipment. I'm still rocking a 3090 with like a 9th gen Intel processor, so I do need to make like a big jump just to get my frame rate up to match like my equipment that I have. Like the mouse can only do so much. Like if you don't have enough frames to see every frame, how do you know you're supposed to move the crosshair there and take the shot? So this is always goes back to like kind of the origin days of like since the 90s, more frames, more kills, you see the enemy more clearer, you get more, everything's more. So equipment is so important every bit of the way. So that's the deal. So far the game looks pretty cool though. What's this gun?
Now we're talking. I'm guessing this one is also demonic.
I have to say though, this game runs really good. This game can run probably on a lot of systems. I'm playing at 2560 by 1440 right now, and you can see up in the top right I'm getting like 240 frames. This game can run on a lot of things, so if you want to just like frag out, this game doesn't take like a big like system to run it. You can probably play on a lot of different rigs that you've had for the last 10 plus years and probably still run pretty good. Just my first impression, because that felt really nice to frag those demons. It felt good. Leave the light on. Yeah, you remember watching me and Vu compete? Yeah, we definitely went head to head, man. It was wild. But yeah, they released a new Painkiller game. I'm not sure if you ever played the original Painkiller, the single player, but it was pretty cool. I remember I just remember playing the single player. I was like, wow, this game's pretty wild. It was fun to play, just like frag out a little bit. Path up to the Bastion of Redemption. Find the way out. Yeah, 8-bit motherboards. That was my very first partner. Like I made all my products myself, and so when I went to the licensing business, 8-bit was the first one that believed in me, and then we started selling Fatality 8-bit gaming motherboards. We were the first motherboard company to make gaming motherboards. Period. And I was like, guys, we don't need all this stuff on the motherboard. Let's just like remove all the bull crap, lower the price point, give people more bang for the buck, and make better gamers. That was like literally like how it was going down. And they were like, okay, let's do it. And then we went to, we actually did an event on the Great Wall of China. It was crazy. And we launched the whole Fatality line there, and we basically globetrotted around the world. We went to Computex, CES, like E3, and we'd throw all these like little events, like little like Fatality shootouts where people could come up and play against me, and dude, it was a lot of fun. A lot of people showed up and loved playing against me, and the smack talking and all the good vibes, dude. It was like it was definitely sick. Dude, we'd have like 1,000 people sometimes in front of our stage, and we would just entertain everyone and just promote our product line, but also like bring people on stage, have them do push-ups. We would have them chant. We'd have their friends come up and talk smack about them. Like, so it was just like the fatality shootout thing was awesome. I had so much fun doing that. And I did that for, gosh, it was over a decade easy. I mean, I started in 2000 doing shootouts in LA at E3. And then I think I did shootouts till about 2016, 2018, somewhere around there. I did shootouts for a long time. It was so much fun, and people loved playing against me, and people loved coming out of their basements wherever in the country and come over and play me. Like you'd have all these kids that love to compete against me, and they're like, play me in Counter-Strike or play me in I don't know, whatever game they wanted to play. And usually I was like, let's just stick to the games like that I played professionally, but they always insist I play like their game, and so sometimes I would play their game, but most time we just did a show, and we were like, we give them a lot of notice, and we tell them, hey, we're playing this game, we're coming to your town, we'll be there in about 30 days, practice up because I'm coming to your town. And then all the gamers would like practice and get like warmed up and play the game, and then you have guys show up to compete and play against. So it was fun. It was a cool way to get like community built up in different areas or different regions that we went to, and get people excited about the event. Crazy like Fox News, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Z Strider, yeah, I remember him. TSN Central 640p. Yeah. I did an event in Finland as well, yeah, in Helsinki. I went every 2 days. I was in a different country doing a fatality shootout. It was nuts. I did about 6-month stretch where I was like literally in a different country every 2 days. It was insane. I did so much promotion and like barnstorming the world, explaining to the world that you can make a living playing video games. And they were like, that's impossible. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm like, I've been doing it for a while now. And so explaining to people that you can make a living playing video games and spreading the, esports is a sport of the 21st century. That's what I did every day. And so I did that all across the globe. And then, obviously a lot of that was accepted, and you can see esports is blown up, where now it's in high schools, it's in colleges. And it's crazy to think, like, I was trying to create a gaming club, like a computer gaming club in like 1997, 98. It was a long time ago. And my teacher, the principal came in or whatever and shut us down. They're like, nope, you're not playing that here. And so I was like, gosh dang it. And then, 20 plus years later, maybe even longer, now we're in high schools, colleges, everywhere. So really amazing to see how much the world has changed since I took the adventure of like, I'm gonna make a living playing video games. And it's been a fun ride, man, I'll tell you that. Computer games are bad. Nah, it's fun. It's like the amount of entertainment you get from playing games compared to, just like, there's a balance for sure. I don't think you should play like an excessive amount. I think it depends if you're making a living at it or not. But I think the balance is like, I ran 2-3 miles every day, so like I kept my physical fitness up while I played games. So I realized if I'm sitting this long, I have to do something to counteract sitting here for this long. DM Sacred, oh my god, that'd be awesome to play that again. I always load up Painkiller for old time's sake, just to run around a little bit, to feel the gameplay a little bit. I miss it. Meatless, yeah, Meatless was one of my favorites. I remember dying to Vu to a telefrag on the map. I was so upset. Oh my gosh, that's the only time I've ever lost on Meatless. I got telefragged one game. You enjoyed Quake 4? Yeah, we gotta get another good 1v1 deathmatch game. We just gotta bring it back. We need 1v1 deathmatch again. It was so much fun. I mean, the amount of skill in it, and just the getting to follow like that generation of gamers, and like, I don't know, the excitement of like, just, it's all on you, you know? Team play is cool and all and fun for like, you know, like vibes with the guys and so forth, whoever. But 1v1 is such a demanding thing, and it makes you want to get better in every which way. It's a real test. Yeah, Diabolical was pretty fun too. It definitely had that kind of arena style, like cartoon vibe to it. I like these like more demonic style games, a little more deadly. It reminds me of Quake 1. It's a hook point.
If you wish to quickly traverse purgatory, aim your weapon at one of the glowing skulls suspended in the air.
That's pretty cool. Let me just mention Reflex Arena. I don't know, for me personally, like, I would like to work on like making my own deathmatch game. Like, that's like kind of my dream. You know, I want to make my own, like, even if I got like Painkiller and like I was able to use like their engine and make my own like spin on it to create my own like deathmatch arena mod or game, that would be super ideal. I just have a like I know what I want to feel when I play a game, and like it's hard to get that in any game. Obviously, the best engine I always felt like was ID Tech 5 engine, like, you know, the id engine, you know, the original Quake 1. Quake 3 was great, obviously. I like to be a little bit faster. Quake 3 and Quake Live got slowed down a lot, I think. There was things that need to be done to make it a little bit faster, to make it a little more demanding. And that's where Painkiller came in. Painkiller became like this game that brought us back to Quake 1, like just like velocity, speed, like just in your face aggressiveness. Like being aggressive is a good thing in Painkiller. That was literally what it was. Quake 3 CPMA. Yeah, I didn't play much of CPMA, to tell you the truth. I was kind of stuck on the, if it's not played professionally, why am I playing it? And, you know, as an esports professional, like, you can't really spend a lot of time playing games that don't pay. Teal Duck, yeah, I moved around in a little bit, but all the tournaments were vanilla Quake 3, man. That's just like what it was. I understand people want to play different mods of the game and all that stuff. Like, I get the excitement and fun of doing all that, but I was always like very adamant about not crossing like if I was working on a skill in a certain game, especially an FPS game, like playing like, oh, say I'm playing Unreal Tournament 2004. I'm playing Unreal Tournament 2004. I'm not playing Quake, I'm not playing Call of Duty, I'm not playing RTCW, I'm not playing any other FPS game at all. If any of my energy of FPS is going into a game I want to be a world champion at, all my energy is going to that one game. If I play something else, it would be like me playing Mario Kart upstairs. Like, it would be like something completely different from the FPS game, because what you can do in like Unreal Tournament is you can jump around, you can double jump, you can side strafe jump, like you bounce off walls and all this stuff and all that jazz. But in like Quake, you're just like you're just jumping around, you're just doing your like normal stuff, bunny hopping down the hallway. Like, it's just different fighting technique. So it's like if you're a boxer and you're really good at kickboxing, but there's no kicks allowed in the boxing match, why would you be working on your kickboxing skills when you need to be working on your boxing skills? That's like literally like how simple it is. Yeah, I remember the shield in UT 2K3 as well. UT 2K3 was the best, by the way. UT 2004 was slow.
Inflict elemental damage to stun the large demon.
Use your weapon attachments to stun demons. Stun enemies expose weak spots and allow for quick kills. Alright. Oh man, you just got shredded from the shredder. Energy regeneration. Wait for energy to restore itself or grab energy shards from shredded enemies. Okay. This game was done from a different dev team, I believe. It was Saber Interactive and like 3D Realms, some kind of Realms. I don't know. I know Saber's involved because Tim Willits and Todd Hollandstead were involved. What about AVB2? AVB2, like literally, I trained for like 3 or 4 weeks, and it was like AVB2. I'll tell you so much about that game. Like, first of all, AVB2, if you played the game when it first came out, if you were a Predator, that was the best class. Marine class was no good. Alien class was no good. The only one that really was worth playing was the Predator because it had homing missiles, and homing missiles were by far the best. So at the pro tournament, literally everyone is using the Predator. No one's using any other class. If you were, we just knew that you were, you didn't care. Because the only way you could win was Predator. Because also, right before the game tournament happened, they updated the game. They updated the game right before the tournament launched, and it changed everything. It was crazy. It was like, it basically threw us in a blender. And what happened was, Predator was still the best class, but it was even worse now. The homing missile was like 99.9% accurate. If you shot it and the guy was on your screen, he is 100% getting hit. You throw it 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, and you get 3 kills. Like, that's how crazy it was. The only way to dodge this was to rotate around a full object. So let me show you. So say this column was a lot bigger, like a lot bigger. Like say it was like, like really big, right? Okay, now say the shot is coming from up this way. So the homing missile's coming at me, right? And I would watch it come at me, and then I would see it come here. I would get to here. So imagine this is like 0 degrees, 90, 180, 270, 360, right? Okay, so the missile's coming at me. I'm at 90. I go to 180, still not safe. I have to go to 271. Once I hit 271, or no wait, well, 180, whatever is past here, so almost 270. So when I got to here, it would explode right there. So I'll go 270 degrees, yes. So I go 90, 180, 270, and then the missile would explode on the wall. And that's how I would dodge a missile in AVB2 when I won the Ford Focus $30,000 vehicle, and I got featured on the First Take on ESPN. There was a lot of firsts there, but it was really sick. I got on top 10 of Sports Center, which was like a lifelong goal of mine. Like I was like so happy to make that list. I was like, man, like it was dream come true. I love sports, so to make Sports Center top 10 is pretty wild. So anyway, so this shot came here, and now just go 90, 180, 270, and then it would explode there. And I go bang bang and shoot the guy again, and I would get the kill. It wouldn't be that fast, but that was how I would get kills in a situation where I had control. Now when there's like 8 guys on the map, everyone's shooting at me, so I'm gonna try and run around, I'm just spamming, like, I'm firing as fast as I possibly can because I'm just hoping that my missile is the second one that hits and gets the final kill. You don't really want to be the first missile launched. You want to be like the second one launched or the third one launched or whatever. Like, I forget exactly what it was, but you never want to be the first one because it wasn't like a one-shot, one-kill weapon. And so that was how I got kills in AVP 2. And in the finals, it was just 3 of us, and I used this tactic a lot actually. And then I was up by like 2 or 3 or 4 kills, but like being up 2, 3 or 4 kills in AVP 2 was like insanely a lot, because every time you spawn you get a kill. Like you just see a guy, bang bang, it's 100% killing him and he's 100% killing you. So the only way to do it is if you get bang 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 bang, and you get 2 of them. So I get 2 kills, I'm up 2-0. Then I go and I kill another guy and I get 3, and the other guy kills me probably, whatever, right? So I get 3 kills, and that one guy got 1 kill, and then these 2 guys are fighting again, and then I try to get back in and do the same thing again, and then I try to get my, every time I spawn I try to get 2 to 4 kills. It was like kind of my goal. But yeah, I had to use this tactic to dodge the missile every once in a while, which was a huge help, because I saved 1 life and I was able to get another kill, which increased my KD, KDA or whatever. But yeah, that's how we did an AVP 2, and that's how I won the tournament. I played Unreal Tournament 99 just a little bit, John. Jack Frags, but yeah, tell him what's up. Tell him to hop in some games with me sometime. It'd be great to catch up again. I remember you had a small episode with Counter-Strike. It was huge news back then. Yeah, I had a full team. I had a team that I started called Inevitable Fate. I played for Team 3D for a little bit, but I kept going back to 1v1 deathmatch because there's more money in that. And then eventually I joined a team called Forsaken, but I was like on the bench of the team, and I was supposed to play in this one event with them. I flew to the event and everything. I basically played as coach that year, supporting the team. I think they took like 9th or something like that in the tournament. And then since I didn't get to play that event, and I didn't really see, like, I'm not going to be playing for this team because I wasn't being like fully brought in from the team owner. So I just said like, hey, I'm gonna leave and create my own team. So I created my own team called Inevitable Fate, and we started playing in all the tournaments and whatnot. And we actually went to CyberX Games in Las Vegas, and we actually got to play Forsaken. I think they had Storm Warden on their team and a bunch of other guys. And my team actually beat them. We beat them like 16-5 on Inferno or something like that. There's a video out there somewhere of our game, of the match. But it was Inevitable Fate versus Forsaken, and we played Inferno. But yeah, that was like my stint in Counter-Strike for the time being. I sponsored about four guys or so. Hey Isaac, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. But yeah, that was it was a lot of fun playing Counter-Strike. I enjoyed it immensely. I was addicted like everyone else, and you know, won some tournaments for it, whatnot, but it never won on the world stage, like of like the best of the best. Like, you know, I would say we were top 3 in USA at one point. We were top 3 team in America at one point. That was it, as high as we got. Then I went to go play Painkiller and Doom and a bunch of other games. Esports is tough, man. It is very tough. What's up, 3Tap Chap? How you doing, man? Yeah, I ring for 3D and CS 1.6. Yeah, whenever we'd like travel to like local regional tournaments, we'd go and win those tournaments. I even played for their second team, like X3 back in the day. Like X3 was like one of their teams that played for their secondary team. Counter-Strike was wild, man. You had to stop and shoot and everything. It's like totally against my like religion. Like, I want to move as fast as possible and frag. I want to get people dizzy. And so the idea of like playing a very slow, which I would call back then camping, it's too slow. Crazy like Fox News, isn't playing CS a mortal sin for a 1v1 dual player? Yeah, I mean, dude, it was torture. I used to have this wave file when I played Counter-Strike, and I would literally had this song, and it says, wait, when you want to do it, don't do it, whatever that song is. When you want to do it, don't do it. Like, I don't know, it was some like funny song, but I would play that and spam that on the mic to everyone in like the voice comms, because you know you really want to push through the double doors, you know you want to push over the bridge, you know you want to do something, right? But don't do it. Relax, don't do it. Like when you wanna like, that was like literally like I had to like listen to that song and laugh about it to really just like be patient. It was so funny. I appreciate all you guys coming by, man. We're at over 368 viewers now. Really appreciate it. I'm streaming on a lot of different platforms at once right now, but really cool to see you guys all come through and support the channel. I appreciate it. It's always great to talk with all of you and bring back some old memories and play some new games too. I really love playing new games. I can't tell you how much I still love the game, and for me, like, I want to play games forever, right? It's just like, I'm always looking for the next game to play. I'm always looking for what everyone's playing. I want to play with my friends. I want to do well. I want to frag out. I want to yell at my friends too. But I think that's kind of like the fun part about it, is like getting a little bit hyped up about it and playing the game. So right now I've been playing Battlefield 6, obviously, because that's a game that recently came out, so I've been playing that a lot with my brother lately. I play with another guy named Sarge. He's also here in the chat a lot of times too. Really fun guy to play with. He definitely brings up the energy in the chat and like everything pretty good. So I'm a sucker for voices, and he has like that Southern Alabama car salesman vibe, and he is just hysterical. Big fan of Sarge. So I always appreciate having him part of anything I'm doing. Also Skittles, if you guys ever know Skittles plays Battlefield a lot too. She's a female gamer. She's really good at Battlefield. She's been playing Battlefield forever, and I think she's almost unlocking her favorite weapon, and she streams every once in a while too. So you guys have to check her out as well. But other than that, yeah, I'm just looking forward to playing some new games. I know there's a new game called Arc Raiders also coming out later this month, like October 30th, I think. So I'll be playing that as well. So in the meantime, Painkiller just launched today. That's the game I'm playing right now, and so I just really wanted to support Painkiller to some capacity. I really wanted to do more with them, but they're we couldn't really figure out anything to do together, like for like a big promotion push for my involvement with Painkiller, unfortunately. But I'm still a big fan of Painkiller, and I definitely want to support Todd and Tim and so forth on their new projects. So here I am. To revive a teammate, approach him and hold F.
Hold on, partner. Damn it! Could use a little help here.
Whenever I play these games, I spend a lot of time just looking at the art. I'm always a big fan of like just like seeing like how they made the game and seeing like kind of like all the art that went into designing the game. I think it's really cool. And so sometimes I stop and stare at certain areas just to kind of take in the game a little bit and like understand like, wow, some really talented game level designer made this for us. So always a big fan of looking at the art. If you ever watched me play Doom back in the day, I would always like walk through the game. I would always like just walk very slowly. I don't know if there's a walk button in this game or not.
Just here.
I'll look. I don't think there's a walk button. I mean, I just assume. They're like, no, you want to go fast. Yeah, there's no walk. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, the game does have a pretty great atmosphere, huh, John? you have some faint memory of me doing some World of Warcraft stuff. It was my brother, man. My brother played so much WoW, so I had to play a little bit, but I would say in my lifetime, I still have less than 1 year of my life spent on World of Warcraft, which is remarkable. I think I gave it like 3 or 6 months at one point. I gave it 4 months at one point. I just get bored of it. It's just not like, I like PvP. I like battling myself against other people's minds and battling in a game where it takes some skill and some thought to be in a powerful position. I wish there was duel in the new PK. Get up, man.
So much for scouting, huh? Not really, but I'm feeling charitable.
What are you doing, old man? Oh, I got this, huh? Bang. Heal up, man.
Deploying help.
Those committed to purgatory never truly die. Deceased companions may be resurrected at the altar.
He's full of useful advice, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, but mostly he's full of something else.
I don't think this requires secure boot, no. I think this game was made like, you know, relatively like in a speedy manner. So you're not gonna, like, the game's no multiplayer, so you're playing like a game that it feels like you're playing a game that that, you know, it took off a lot of like the bull crap and like allowed you just to kind of play the game, which is usually what all we care about is the gameplay, man. So far everything's working.
Peculiar sensation. I hope not to repeat it often.
Okay, so we have 3 teammates. Man, I'm gonna have to get my brother to play this game too or something. I do have 3 keys, so like I'm gonna maybe see if Sarge, my brother, want to play. And we'll do like, I'll do another stream where we play 3 of us killing monsters. Crow Nick, what's up, man? How you doing? Been a fan since Quake 3 days. Keep going. Your viewership will climb. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people just don't know I live stream, so it's like trying to always grow my audience wherever I can, and I appreciate all the support from all you guys. Thanks, man. They ruined Battlefield. What happened? I'm thinking about getting a brand new computer though. I'm actually, that's like my big step. I need to like really upgrade my CPU, and my 3090 graphic card is still like really good, but I was thinking about waiting for like the 60 series graphics cards. That was kind of like in my mind. I can get a 5090, but it's like I just you know, I think I'll wait. I heard the 9800 X3D is where it's at CPU wise. I heard about that. I saw the frame rate this guy was getting. I was like, oh my gosh, he's getting that in Battlefield 6? That's insane. I was like, that's just crazy. My brother has like the Ultra 275K or something. I don't know, like it's pretty good. Infinity series GPUs are a pretty bad value proposition, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I still got the view of the Las Vegas Strip over my shoulder. You can see there's a little bit of glow here to my right. I have my blackouts down right now to play the game. It's not dark time here, so if it was dark, I'd have the shades open. Intel is way behind now, yeah. Crazy. That's wild. That's very wild.
Bastion of Redemption. Purge this place of its demonic infestation.
With pleasure!
Top up your ammo.
The Bastion is now yours. I suggest making this your base of operations for future incursions against the demon hordes.
So we're the vanguard of the Angel Army now?
Don't get too full of yourselves. You're neither angels nor an army.
Mercenaries would be more appropriate. They are expendable.
That one catches on quick. When you're ready, alone or with your companions, I have important missions for you. Enjoy your stay in Purgatory. After all, it will be a long one. A very long one.
Okay. He told us how it is. I was gonna change the camera a little bit so you guys can see the what's being written. That's not bad. Oh. You're using i9-90 900K, but I think it's time to move to AMD. Yeah, it's crazy. Did I go to CES January since you're in Vegas? Yeah, 3-tap, I did. I went there and checked out some things, and you know, one of the most interesting things right now is I'm really interested in is like these new OLED like 0.3 millisecond monitors. I think those are sick. Like just the idea of it, like I'm really thinking like I need to change off the setup I have right now. I have an ultra wide 38-inch. I love it for playing like single player games or like just games that like are not that important, like I don't know, like Sea of Thieves. Like I feel like Sea of Thieves is just a beautiful game, so just like I like playing an a full ultra wide, and even playing like Diablo or any other game. Like some games just you don't really need to be like super try hard pro, and so when that happens I try to play the other game. Okay. It's Big Pun. I have a 27-inch 360 hertz OLED. Is that the 0.3 millisecond one? It's definitely like in my I'm waiting to like make the move, but I'm waiting till I get like more data or more research. I've been studying like crazy. Oh, 3-tap chat. You were at the Razer booth. That's cool. I used to work with the old Razer, like the first generation Razer before they went bankrupt. That was like my relationship with the Razer. They didn't pay many of their bills back in the day, I'll say that. But for most part, it was good. Yeah, that's they paid 30,000 of the 40,000 I won there. Yeah, the comment was like, "We paid you enough," or what? I don't know, something stupid. I was like, "Are you serious?" Yeah, that's actually what inspired me to create the Fatality brand, just because like dealing with that, like I wanted to be in complete control, of my own destiny. So that's why I built the Fatality brand. PK is still active. This is a brand new Painkiller. Brand new one. Hey, Zarcio, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. We got almost 400 viewers now. I appreciate it. Exploded, what's up? If the 1440p 24-inch. So that's what I was thinking. If I was going to get an OLED 0.3 millisecond display, or whatever deal is, I would get the one that does only 1440p. The reason why is because when you go to 4K, you're losing so much system latency and input lag that's just why even go there. And in reality, 1080p is still really good. The problem with 1080p is that people don't want to play in 1080p anymore. They want to play in 1440p, and I get it. It's better looking and everything. But 1080p still holds a lot of value because of it's just like faster. So if you watch a lot of pros play, they all play like 1080p or whatever resolution. They like, I don't think, like, very few use 1440p. I'll tell you that. Hardware isn't there yet for 4K. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's barely there for 1440p. 1080p is still like if you want to be really sweaty, that's the one. It's crazy to even think that, because like it depends on the game, like seeing like certain details in the screen, like to like see the enemy and all that stuff. Like there's some value to having a high resolution. It's like I remember back in Counter-Strike, we were like, oh, I really want to use 1024 by 768 or whatever it was, and I'm like, because I can see through the fence easier, so I can shoot my guy in Counter-Strike. But I was like, you're giving up so much input lag and so much frames for doing that you become almost worthless anywhere else in the map. So people would play 800 versus 600 to have like kind of like the even ground, but in reality, 640 by 480 was still like the best for like just like raw like flicking the mouse, more frames and everything. What you're talking about, a 600 hertz TN panel. I would assume the TN panels would be extinct by now. If OLED is good as it is, are TN panels even worth even looking at anymore? I would assume OLED would just have taken over by now. Zachos 1985, what's up, man? I'm playing on 1080p competitive using RTX 3090, 24 gigabyte RTX, and DLSS off. Yeah, DLSS adds input lag. I spent probably 18 plus hours every day trying to find out like what felt the best to me, and it was uncapped frame rate. It was turning off all the V syncs and all the G syncs and DLSS, turning all that off, uncapping the frame rate, and using NVIDIA Reflex Plus Boost. And that was like by far the most responsive gameplay I've had in a long time. The only thing is I don't have the OLED monitor to go with it, which is like that's why I'm like looking at like, man, I want to get one of these OLED monitors because I feel like that is probably, you know, that's what it is. TN panel's colors are so bad though. It is like you're looking at a gray image all day, every second. And TN panels, what's the fastest one out there now? 0.5 milliseconds? I don't even know.
Time waits for no mortal.
You can wait. Just relax. Relax. When you want to do it, don't do it. So N-Sky, what do you think? Is OLED, I would assume OLED is now past TN panel. I feel like what gamer's gonna buy a TN panel anymore, unless it just came down to money. Like they're just like, you know what? I want the performance and everything, but I'll deal with like worse graphics or worse colors or whatever. Okay, TN is not worth it at all, but they have slightly better motion clarity with whatever that DYAC tech is called. The Teal Duck, what do you think, man? You're usually very knowledgeable about this kind of stuff. Yeah, in Sky, the OLEDs are very expensive. OLED 100% is the future, but pixel cleaning is annoying. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing on a Dell Alienware 38-inch. It's like a DW 38 something. I forget, but it's a 38-inch ultra wide curved monitor, 144 nano IPS display, I believe. And this thing definitely has input lag and the whole jazz. But I just liked it because they had 3840 by 1600p, so I get an extra inch of vertical resolution when I look at the screen. So it's like, I'll take it. Like for me, looking at like emails or documents, websites or whatever, but even playing video games, like I see more of the game. I have to pay for it in frames per second, but like if I'm playing a game that I don't really care about, like Sea of Thieves or Diablo or whatever, I'll just take the more real estate to see the game. In Sky, you still Mr. CRT? I have my CRT in the basement. I have it. I still have my CRT screen. Let's see what this is about. Select my weapons. Buy new weapons using ancient souls and gold, or unlock upgrades with ancient souls. Both currencies are earned during raids. The stake gun is so satisfying. This gun was really a great weapon on meatless. And also it was a lightning gun too, right? So it was really good at like all right. This gun on meatless, electro driver just in general on meatless was amazing. It could only be used at certain moments. It shot like this shuriken bullet, and it would shoot across the map on meatless at the gold armor, the 200 armor. And if you were at the portal on the containers, you could shoot over and the thing would perfectly explode on the armor itself. So I would get kills using this weapon from that range, from that spot. It was pretty wild. It was very effective. Also, like whenever you're else in your range, but it basically would explode in the air at their face. You had to be like the perfect distance away. I guess the closest I could say is that you're probably like 400 feet away or something, and then it would explode 400 feet away from you. That's where the shuriken would explode. The electro driver, like the lightning gun, would basically, it would like demobilize the person completely, and they would get stuck and stunned, or they couldn't really move. And so for that reason, the ammo for the electro driver became extremely important item to pick up in meatless and 1v1 deathmatch. So the ammo for that gun was extremely important. The stake gun, I mean, I told you about it earlier, but 200 damage it used to do in competitive play. It did 250 damage if they were over like, I don't know, 50 feet away or so. It would literally catch on fire and then it would do 250 damage. It was wild. This was like literally like a turnover in a sport. Like, I stole the ball, or I intercepted the ball. Oh, turnover, whatever that would be. That's what the stake gun was doing. It was beautiful in that regard. I imagine they didn't, I don't know if they thought about it or not, but it was one of the coolest weapons I ever seen in 1v1 deathmatch, because it was a very, very hard gun to hit. It was very hard. I mean, some players would have be lucky to get 10% accuracy with this weapon. It was so hard to hit with it, but if it did hit, oh my gosh, game changer. Just like interception in football. Quarterbacks aren't throwing interceptions all day, but when it happens, it's a game changer. Man, carrying CRTs in the old cases to lands was something else. You know, the LAN parties were the best. Like, I'm actually trying to 420 viewers, nice. I've been trying to throw a LAN party here in Vegas. I have these guys that have this venue that I want to use to throw a LAN party for Arc Raiders, because Arc Raiders coming out October 30th. So I'm trying to do some type of LAN party October 30th. I just want people to come together and hang out and like do more community building and just like hanging out, having a good time, like having pizza, Mountain Dew, whatever, I don't know, like just like the old times, Dr. Pepper, whatever you like. And like the LAN parties were so much fun. I remember carrying my CRT all the time, and to think back to it, like, I mean, yeah, I guess it's pretty easy to carry these newer monitors because they're so much lighter, but you know, I don't think I've ever done a LAN party with an LCD, or I can't really remember doing it that much. Obviously I've set up new systems, new rigs in different areas. Like, you know, I have one back in Kansas City. My brother has a bunch at his house. I have 4 here. I used to have a LAN center in my house. I had like a 4-person setup. I had PC gaming and console gaming all in my place in my guest bedroom. I had like a little LAN center, so I'd invite people over to play, like, I don't know, zombies and play other games, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, like, oh, whatever it was. We were playing a lot of games, but it was a lot of fun. Miss those days. But yeah, so anyways, I'm trying to do that again. Obviously I know people don't really want to carry their computers around so much, but that's part of the excitement of going to a LAN party. It's like doing what you love with people that really enjoy it. So it's more about getting people together to have a good time. I think it needs to happen again. So I'm trying to do it here in Vegas. I'm also trying to like work with different LAN centers around the nation. So I recently went to Level Up Arena in Kansas and talked to them about doing like a Fatality LAN experience, and the guy was like really down for it. So maybe we'll make that happen. And then here in Vegas, another group called Valhalla, they want to work with me as well. So just trying to figure out how we can do it and how we can bring people together and have a good time. And that's the deal. So trying to do some cool stuff.
Your success is unlikely.
Oh, what the heck? Did you hear that? The game said, oh, so rude. I'm gonna kill y'all. You're wearing the stake gun. Ooh, the shotgun. The shotgun was sick too. The shotgun was... I still can't believe the game said that. I mean, it's so rude. I mean... You have no hope? No dreams? Anyways, I'll get back to you later. But yeah, so shotgun is... this gun was amazing for stunning an opponent, especially before a jump pad. No one really knew it, but I did. If you shot this gun right before a guy hit a jump pad, it would literally shoot him straight up in the air. It was crazy. So I always timed my shotgun shot to be right before he touched the jump pad, and it would just literally stun him like in the air. He'd just go up there and just be stunned, stuck in the air, like straight up in the air. It was beautiful. And this was one of the best weapons I ever used in Painkiller. It was like my secret weapon. I loved it. PK was always edgy, right? It's like not nice. All right, so all-star state gun. Some weapons attacks work better in certain situations. Okay. Alright, so you can shoot multiple guys at once. I think we're gonna go for this one. Well, I only have 5. Whatever, let's do it.
I can put this to good use.
Sure. Okay. Tarot cards increase your advantage over your opponents. They burn out after a raid, but can be restored using ancient souls. Unlock new tarot cards in the lottery using gold. Sweet. Start the lottery. Let's do it. Every dance with darkness earns its prize. Select your tarot card. Alright. Crimson Covenant. Gain 50 health. Shadow's Ward, gain 2% damage reduction. Your weapons deal 30% more damage. We're at the beginning of the game, so... let's do more damage. What else you got? I mean, do I just want to go all... I mean, I don't get this. Let's go receive twice as much gold upon completing the raid. Alright. Okay, how do we activate these cards?
Not bad.
Alright, here we go. Got them both going. Increase your energy restoration by using ink. Watch increase your health. Void. Increase your weapon damage. Let's go void. Quick play. I have no idea. This one's light up, so raids. Complete raids earn gold and ancient souls. Spend them on weapon upgrades, new tarot cards, and gear unlocks. Okay. Faith and steel. Souls and sands, flesh and water. Let's start with the first one. Daydream. All right, let's just go. Let's start out. Let's see what the game is. Join now. Public. Let's see what it's like. Create a session, I guess. Hey, little sack. 102 months. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. We're at 437 viewers now. I appreciate y'all, guys. Thank you for coming by the stream today. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you, always fun to talk about all the crazy things in esports and gaming and new games coming out. Hopefully you guys come by more often and check out the live stream whenever I go live here on X, Twitch, and YouTube. That little sack is the big sack now. He's buying me lattes every week. Thank you. Every month. I'm all out. Dang it. Let me get some more while this thing's figuring it out. Cheers. Here we go. Alright, so I'll just go in, huh? We need to have an 8-player PK invitational, right? That'd be so much fun. What's up, guys?
I need you to investigate Azazel's last known location. Now, if you'd rather not help, I won't begrudge you. Perhaps you'd enjoy a few thousand years in purgatory. It is character building after all. There are traces of Azazel's demonic energy in the cemetery ahead.
I recall Azazel being an angel.
Here's a little secret for you. The difference between the two is just one short tumble. Now I don't want you losing faith. So let's hurry along to the cemetery.
Oh. You're dead.
We got this.
This dark material is concerning.
It's called construct. Used to fabricate purgatory and every
gold in here. Got a barrel. Bring the barrels.
Mission was successful.
Nice.
I have no recollection of any events. And this disturbs me. What if I have no past life? If I did not exist before now?
What makes you think that?
I have a fishbowl for a head.
Maybe you're in a pet shop or something.
Feeling my best, darlings.
Game runs really
Blocks
smooth.
are advanced.
Feels like playing on land again. It's so nice.
Full blood tank.
There is no blood inside this blood tank. They increased blood in the tank. We accumulate blood.
Got a full blood tank.
This blood tank requires no more blood.
We have ourselves a cool blood tank. Perfect time to share some healing.
I request ammunition.
Warden,
Kneel before me! This is distracting.
Perfect time to share some healing.
take that hellfire out.
I require your ammo shards. Focused healing.
I could really use that healing.
I don't know how to heal.
Perfect time to share some healing. Oh, peanuts.
I require your ammo shards.
Not looking good. No!
Off you go. Now we're talking.
Request ammunition.
know how we get more health. How we get health. First game was a failure. Do objective quickly. Return to the lobby. Back to the lobby. How do I get my burnt cards back? Not sure yet. What's up, Herzog? How you doing, man? The voices, they sound like AI. I mean, who knows? But it sounds fine to me. It sounds like something I've heard before. Hey, 3 Tap Chap, have a good time with Battlefield 6, man. What's down here? Finish all maps, unlock the area. Alright, cool. Library full of knowledge about this world. Secret area, yeah, there's a... That's, I think, mainly if you... It says, like, if you beat everything. So you got a long way to go. I have no recollection of any events, and this disturbs me. What if I have no past life? If I did not exist before now? What makes you arrive at the conclusion? I have a fishbowl for a head. Yes, but it looks lovely on you, darling. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Those are cool, the points. Pushers. Launch you sideways, okay. Looks pretty cool though, right? I mean, the fragging thing, it reminds me of like, what was that? Killing Sam or something? I forget what the name of that. It was some like Sam thing or something. Serious Sam. Yes. It reminds me of that a little bit, right? Does it remind you guys too? Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's really interesting with the co-op play though. The co-op is actually really cool. What's up, Painkiller? How you guys doing? Yeah, the idea of like playing with people is kind of cool though. I like the co-op stuff. There's like not a whole lot of co-op games out there in general. So we did raids. Still has extra. I should get this done, I guess. Oh, we should do a different map. Bye. Alright, let's see what this is all about. Game runs smooth though. Fine, if you have a computer that's like 10 plus years old, you can still play this game, I bet. It runs really smooth. Recover the Ark of Annihilation.
I do not want him taking over Earth yet again. I've had to split too many timelines already. It gets tiresome.
If you know, you know. Right, Mr. Mech? Looks like the quick look at me. It's the first thing I saw. One second, I'm almost caught up here. I will try to get the quest done fast this time.
The sigil accepts us.
Thanks, guys. Oh, I must mess up there. Yeah, I messed up. I was like, oh, this is going that way? Okay.
This chest offers us a fortunate amount of gold.
Sure.
Oh, I just need to get all this
Will
gold.
be so much easier with the Holy Grail.
Have you ever seen it?
Seen it? I had it. You can't rule the masses without an eternal youth ritual.
You know that could win the demon war, right?
Come on! We got this!
I have found a lure. I have found health. Here's a lure.
Oh,
Lure. Health.
I'm not sure what's going on there. Alright.
I have deployed some healing for your
Nothing out here?
Something now.
Told you. Just like the rest of us, poor souls.
A den of demons, a long time ago. I cut them all down with my flaming sword. One of them begged me to spare it. The forces of hell cannot be spared. So I severed its head clean.
Okay. I'm gonna change some buttons.
We shall be victorious.
Slide. So there's a wall jump mechanic.
My memories are clearer now. The den of demons were not as such. They were humans.
You can get on the wall and then jump off it.
Them, one and all. Until I received orders from above. I can hear them even now. Enough. Stay your hand. Healing is available. We shall be victorious.
Oh, you gotta stand on it.
Greetings and salutations.
unlock all the prison gates.
Strike the totem so that we may collect enough souls.
with a little prison break.
Hey Brian, thanks man. Yeah, the motherboards we made were sick. How you guys liking the game so far?
Your presence is needed to proceed.
Oh man. We need a new fatality mouse, right? That'd be sick. I know what I would want to make. People always been like flirting with the idea of like I should start like just like kind of like a Kickstarter or something like that, and like make some from ground up and get people to like, because like the investment to make a mouse is actually it's enough that it's expensive. Probably costs like I don't know, $50,000 to $80,000 to create like a line of my like just like one mouse really good. The Fatality 1010 in 2020. I used the 2020 a lot back in the day. The thing that like I really wanted to keep making like other versions of the mouse. That was like the first version of the mouse, and we still had more play. We had to go farther, and unfortunately we didn't make any more mice.
I am no better than these demons. I slaughtered
There's like
humans in
more
the
things I wanted to do
Creator's
to
name.
it, so
Perhaps there are more memories.
There is one.
where are we going
Where I
here?
stand in an ivory hall of impossible size.
Oh damn. I hear. Kind of cool. Ah, here we go. Do you ever think of hopping on the OG Painkiller? Yeah, I do it every once in a while, actually. I actually hop on the old Painkiller a bunch. Got over 500 viewers now, guys. Thank you for so much for coming to the channel. Appreciate you guys. I'm streaming here on X, Twitch, and YouTube right now. I got the Doom Eternal vibes going, I see. Yeah, so this game was actually developed with Tim Willits and Todd Hollistead. So those two guys, obviously long time veterans of id Software. I was really excited about when Todd was working on the project and Tim, so when I found that out, I definitely wanted to play it. What does this thing do?
Then we will search the temple.
Stay your course and you reach the temple. But not before the soul eaters you so recklessly liberated have ransacked the place. Pray you find the Ark before they do.
Whoops.
The Soul Eaters have inflicted considerable damage here.
I'm sure they had a few frustrations with management.
Do you think high sense 360 is viable for competitive FPS? I think every game needs a different sensitivity for what is asked for from the game. So if the game is like very slow paced and everything is kind of in front of you, then you can use a lower sensitivity. Like Counter-Strike, everything's kind of in front of you, so you don't need a super high sensitivity because you're not getting surprises behind you all the time. Very rare that you need to move your mouse very fast in Counter-Strike. In Quake, you need to move your mouse kind of fast because you might get surprised from someone behind you every once in a while. Not very much, but also having a fast flicking movement could be very valuable in a game like Quake because you want to flick a shot really fast and you're trying to go for the most DPS as possible. So getting out your rocket faster, shooting faster, switching your next weapon faster, all that stuff adds up to like doing more damage per second. So there's definitely a value of having a higher sensitivity, but there's a trade-off of like giving up too much sensitivity and so on. So I always say you should use the lowest possible sensitivity you possibly can and get away with it. So whatever the lowest sensitivity you can get away with, that's the one you want to use, because most likely they'll be the most accurate. But some games, like Painkiller, I used a really high sensitivity Painkiller, but that was because Painkiller was extremely fast, and like if a guy was like, when I'm flying through the air, I need to be able to flick back and shoot a guy like that, you know. So it made a lot of sense in this game specifically. Yeah, people have a mouse Excel in Quake, so they can use a low sensitivity with Excel. That worked a lot too. That's what I. That's why I did in Quake.
We need to disable that protective aura.
It seems the currency around here is souls. How fitting.
requires fuel.
There you go. I don't know where they found this guy at. I personally don't use mouse cell anywhere, but sure, it can be useful. The problem with mouse cell is that every game is different, so it doesn't really help the cause, you know. Like, you know, the thing is, like, if mouse cell was the same in every game, then we would all use it. The problem is, in every game we play, there's always like this different mouse sensitivity, this different setup. It's like it can never be the same across all games, so you have to use like these mouse converters and different engines at how they compute your mouse and all this stuff. It's like constantly like messing with us. I've changed my mouse sensitivity so many times over the years, it's ridiculous.
It has performed its function.
That served its purpose.
We require everyone inside the sigil. The arc requires fuel.
Look at that guy in the background.